Are you familiar with the 10 wholesome deeds and 10 unwholesome deeds? 五戒十善, yeah, the 10 wholesome deeds. So the 10 wholesome deeds and the 10 unwholesome deeds are basically opposites. Yeah, there are 3 bodily actions, 4 verbal, and 3 mental, body, speech, and mind. So the first 3 is basically abstaining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. Then the next 4, sometimes some of the teachings I memorize in English, some in Chinese. So 妄也七, 妄以二口七两舌. Then I must recite in Chinese first. Then I can. So to abstain from lying, harsh speech, idle chatter, and divisive speech. These 4. Of course, if you look at the sutta, sometimes the order may not be exactly like what I said, but it's basically these 4. And the last 3 mental factors to abstain from is somewhat related to the 3 roots of evil, greed, hatred, and delusion, but it's not greed, hatred, delusion. Very important. In some of the teachings or some of the books, they seem to, I don't know whether they are, but my impression is sometimes the last 3 is synonymously taught as greed, hatred, delusion. It's not. It's not. It is the mental processes, or mental intent rather. In a way, its intent is in a way the mental processes that arise from greed, hatred, delusion, but it's not greed, hatred, delusion itself. So I'll explain a bit now. But first, so from greed arise covetousness. To covet, that means to want something that belongs to others. Because from greed, it means you want to have things. But to the point where even if it belongs to others, you also want. So to covet. Then aversion or hatred. To the point where you have an intent to harm, to kill. And then delusion, greed, hatred, delusion, to the point where you have wrong views. Wrong views is not simply having the wrong idea. Okay, wrong views is where you have the wrong idea and you insist it's the right idea. You insist so much that is known as a view. So the word view in Buddhism is not simply saying, hey, what's your view on this? No, not just that. To the point where it translates to actions. Where you feel so strongly about something that you act accordingly. For example, if you ask people, is there, let's say, is there future life? Then they say, no future life. But when they are acting out, they may still think, yeah, but what if there's future life? Better don't anyhow do. So they may say, no future life. They don't believe in future life, but not strong enough such that they act in a purely materialistic way. Purely, if a person like totally purely think that there's no future life, it doesn't mean that the person will act harmfully, but then it would, if a person totally subscribe to this to the point where it's a view, let's not see whether it's right or wrong first, then fully subscribing to such a view, it would translate to a certain way of life, a certain course of action that is in line with this way of view. And that's why until we have right view, our tendency is we will still do stupid things. We all know the Buddha's teaching, ma. I mean, maybe some are not so clear, some are clearer, but more or less we all know. But why is it that sometimes when push goes to shove, we will still act in a way that is not in line? It's because we know the view, but we haven't fully subscribed to it. We haven't fully subscribed to it. So this is talking about right view. In the case of wrong view, we may have heard of some wrong ideas, okay, some wrong views, and then we think actually also makes sense. Yeah, like for example, our Chinese culture, our Chinese culture always have 老天爷老天爷，动不动就是拿老天爷来讲 right? So figuratively, we always say it this way. Yeah, like for example, my favorite uncle always like he is quite a pious Buddhist. In a way pious. Okay, I wouldn't say he's super pious because he don't attend that. He don't really learn the teachings. I'm not criticizing him. He's my favorite uncle, but it's a fact. Okay. But occasionally, when, during festive last time, when we meet up, suddenly he will bring in 老鸭, 提供, like, so you can see that it is inside his worldview, his belief system. Yeah. And to what extent? To the extent where it more or less translates to how he would act. How he would act. Yeah. So the last one on delusion, on the three mental unwholesomeness, is not simply delusional. It's deluded to the point where you actually have a view and it would cause you to act in certain ways. And of course, underlying this three is basically ignorance. And in turn, we can say that the mental faculty, the mental unwholesome deeds, is what would drive the earlier seven. So exercise for today is so from today, then like you can do it in two parts. Today is the first part. First part is, let's say we start off with killing. Then you consider, when is the last time you have thought of killing? Yeah. When is the last time, whether it's kill others or kill yourself? Okay. Don't tell us. Okay. But if you want, you can tell me after this. Yeah. Whether it's kill others or kill yourself, don't declare now. We are recording. This can and will be used against you in the court of law. It's incriminating. Yeah, but so first be aware first. Today, spend the time to reflect, and if and write it down. Okay, when are the times you have thoughts of killing? Yeah. First part. Second part, when are the times you actually carry out the killing? Shifu, you mean there are murderers here? Yeah, there are. Among us, there are quite a number of murderers. Murderers of ants, murderers of cockroaches, murderers of spider, murderers of mosquito. Right? When we see someone kill ant, we don't say, "Oh, you're a murderer." we only think, "Oh, human being then is considered murderer." Now, granted, in the Vinaya, killing is segmented into the first degree killing and everything else. Okay, so first degree is human. Yeah, it is about human, but everything else is still considered killing. Don't think, oh, you only kill first part then quickly run off. Yeah. Oh, Sifu says in the Vinaya, it says first degree is killing human, then everything else. So everything else don't care. No, everything else is still killing. It's just that it's not the first degree. Yeah. When you do first degree action, it is so harmful that it can impede your practice directly, very directly. Yeah. And also have very heavy karmic consequences. Other types doesn't mean no, but it was slow. it means it's more evil, but you do it many times, you also cannot. Okay? So today's exercise is merely to identify, okay, when are the times you have those harmful intents like killing, and then when are the times you actually kill. Okay? Tomorrow we will continue with the exercise. Can? All right? Uh, yes, Phyllis.
师傅, our house is like we every day do cleaning. Then there are a lot of ants when we vacuum.
Uh,
So I felt that it's like we are also killing, but are we to say that we don't vacuum the floor or we have to be very, very careful?
mm,
So I mean, yeah, it just happened that today this is topic and I brought this topic out.
it's a very good
Thank
question.
you.
Before I continue, I'd like to welcome Kwan. Kwan, say hello to Kwan. Who is Kwan? Kwan, would you like to unmute yourself?
Hi, morning.
Hello, Kwan.
Morning, everybody.
How do you get to know about this group?
One of my friend actually shared the Zoom link.
Ah, that's nice. And your friend is not here, right?
Pei Shan.
Hey, Shan. Oh, yeah, yeah. She usually joins in the morning, but she would go off earlier, or if not, she would join in the weekend because she has to rush off to work. Very good to have you join us. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have this group of meditators, but don't think it's so serious. Yeah, so we have
Okay.
6:30 to 7:30, and you can join us at any point in time to join us with the sitting. Then after the sitting, we'll do a short puja as you have joined us earlier, and then followed by some sharing. Today and tomorrow happen to be where some of them wishes to take the 8 precepts. That's why I was administering the 8 precepts. Huh? Okay.
Okay.
Again, welcome, welcome. Okay, so back to Phyllis' question. Yeah, so uh, how many of you like sweep, mop, and vacuum the floor every day? How many of you? Oh, okay. Fortunately, not so many. Don't need to do it every day lah. Then some of you like, wow, face palm. When this Sifu give Dharma talk, give explanation, still quite good. When I talk about hygiene, all hell break loose. Huh? Ayo, Sifu, how can you tell us not to vacuum every day? So for those who vacuum every day, your bonus exercise for today is don't vacuum today. Yeah. Then some of you say, oh, but Sifu, I woke up at 4 to vacuum already. No joke. My favorite auntie used to do that. I don't know whether she still do that. Yeah, she's very cute. When I heard that she wake up at, don't know, 4, 5 o'clock to clean the house, and she wipe her window every day. No, my window is wiped once a year. Yeah. So I'm not suggesting that we should live in a sty in an unhygienic place. Um, but for those who are doing it every day, challenge yourself. See what happens if you don't. Okay? See what happens if you don't. And then back to the question at hand. When you do the cleaning, how? So two things here. Number one is we should exercise caution whenever we are doing cleaning. As I said before, ants are not stupid. They don't walk around for no business. Yeah, they walk around for 2 or 3 reasons. Number one is when they are doing foraging. So when they are doing foraging, you'll see usually 1 or 2 ants randomly just like seems like lost, going all over. So what they are doing is foraging. But to see the process of foraging, you need to sit there and observe it for hours. Because if you sit there and observe it for hours, you will see that it's not random also. Yeah. It appears random because in a way they are using a random algorithm because they don't have Google Map like us, so they cannot say, oh, I walk in a straight line then come back. So they just basically follow whatever scent there is, but the scent is constantly changing. Yeah. And because we walk around and there are so many things happening, so they just keep on going around until they come to some stronger scent of food, yeah, of things that they can eat. Then they'll just walk around again around that spot to spot what is the area that's stronger scent. Yeah. Because for us human beings, we just see one drop of ketchup, we just scan around very quickly. Our visual scanning is very fast. No, oh, there's a block over there, right? But for them, if you string yourself down to an end, right, zoom, or you don't even, you may not even encounter the ketchup, no, you just have a scent. And then you're basically like going around blind, trying to find the food. That's why they have to keep on going around. So that's the first category. Yeah. And for this first category, imagine how tough their life is, no? For us, you want food, you know where's the food court? Well, you can just go. Imagine now you are blind and you have to smell for the food. Our scent is so bad, we would have died. Human race would have died out because we evolved not using our nose so much, not so much with our nose, more with our eyes and our brain and our ears, So, but imagine, okay, then you have to smell around for food. And for us, even then, there's food court, right? Yeah, so if you see ants foraging, have compassion for them. They're trying to make a living, Then the second reason why you see ants is they found the food. They found. Then that's more obvious. You see one line of ants. One line of ants. Then when you trace, you can find the food. And if you trace the other direction, you will find the nest. But usually it will disappear into the wall. Yeah. Somehow it will disappear into the wall or the cupboard. Yeah. So another reason, the last reason is when they are shipping house, which is not so common. When do you know when they are shipping house? You see some of them carrying quite little small stuff. So they are shipping the nest. Yeah. Today is a special day. They check the tongsu. No. They don't check tongsu. They just do. No. Yeah, so when you do encounter them, it must be one of these. It must be one of these. What I usually do is I leave them alone. I mean, you think about it, right? Have you ever encountered where the whole house is filled with ants? How many of you? Whole house, every single spot. Then
Only one time it was a lot. So
yeah.
what we did was,
Wait. Don't tell me what you did first. My question was, how many of you encountered ants all over, like the whole house? No, right? Okay. But the reason why I ask this is, when you want to clean, you have to clean the whole house, right? They will always only be somewhere, ma. So why must you die down clean that part for today? Right? It's just like, imagine Earth is the whole house for all human beings, right? Then you heng sui sui, you kena that one person who must clean your spot, lor. Then you sometimes wish like, hey, how come you cannot just don't come and pick on me? Right? So we ask ourselves, why must we pick on that spot where the ants are? If you can avoid picking on that spot, then you can live in harmony with the ants, right? No. I know some of you like, 师父, first you tell us not to clean every day. Now you are asking us to live in harmony with the ants. Where are you going with this? But if you think about it, isn't this the crux of the Buddha's teaching? right? We learn all this for what? We learn all this so that all the ants will leave us alone? You mean we learn all the Dharma, meditate to get enlightened so that all the ants will leave us alone? If you become enlightened, you must be mentally prepared. When you become enlightened, you'll be filled with so much peace and compassion and calmness, right? So ants will even more want to come after you. Yeah, they'll be so happy to, wow, wow, guys, you know what I encountered today? I encountered enlightened being, I climb up his body, bite him, he never kill me. Oh, tell him. Yeah.
Sư phụ, disturb you. Actually, my house no food leh. Then the wall a lot the ant.
So
yeah.
then how?
Then I first day I don't care. Then second day I still got I cannot tahan. Then I use the wet clothes slowly move the thing.
Second day already cannot.
A lot my kitchen. Then I find I see whether got any food or not. Then don't
Wait,
have.
hang on. Wait, you said that my house have no food. Okay, that was first.
No food.
Yeah.
Kitchen inside. Then got a lot ant. The ant got smell very strong one. The one smaller one.
Yeah. So when you say first statement, my house have no food.
Yes.
That is almost an impossible statement. I think what you meant is you don't have food on the floor lying around.
Don't have. I check already.
Yeah, but you all do eat food at home, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. As I said, we are more sensitive with our eyes, not so much with our nose, right? When the scent dilution reach a certain portion that's low enough, we cannot smell already. But for the ants, 1 in 1,000 parts, they can still smell. That's just a plug from a sky number, okay? It may be smaller, it may be more, okay? But my point is, while we try to keep our house clean, the ants may still be around because they can still smell the food. Okay, do you have a rubbish bin around?
Yeah. But I always clean it. Yeah.
You always clean it. When do you clean?
Because every day I will put one plastic bag, then throw the dustbin paper or everything. Then after that, plastic bag will throw on evening time. Yeah.
So from morning until evening, you have breakfast, lunch, dinner. That is the WhatsApp message to all of them. 来，抢价。So they all
okay. But inside the dustbin don't have the ant. The ant I don't know where on the wall.
So or maybe they say, "Walao, you left over, you want us to eat?" No, you go and find the. Okay. But jokes aside. Okay, jokes aside.
Okay.
One
more thing. My office when the cup I not eat inside office one. My cup got halfway. I drink the water. Then I forgot to drink finish. Then next day the water inside had the ant die. Oh.
Yeah.
Then how?
Yeah.
They were also kidding.
Yeah. No. So when I was young, right, the ants are smarter. Last time when there are food, right, then my mom would put a bigger plate filled with water, then the dishes put inside. Then they will put the tie, the net. So ants will not come in. Like when we are kids, then we ask, Ma, na bang zui ha? Why do we put water? Then my mother will explain, oh, le bang zui ye gao hia be kui lai. Yeah. So ants last time, they all have the same training. Okay, guys, this is water. Say water. Water, don't jump in. Okay, you smell water, run far. Ants nowadays, guys, this is water. Say water, have water, dive in. 师傅 also kena. But sometimes, for me, it's plain water. Sometimes it's, last time, like when I was in the monastery, sometimes I drink the Milo lah. Sometimes I drink the orange juice the fruit juice Then, even when you finish drinking, right, there's still some of the remnants. Then, the same as you, whether it's water, fruit juice, Milo, or whatever, Sometimes I drink already, I forget, I put it there. The next morning when I wake up, wow, I feel with ants and some of them. So as a result, that became an impetus, yeah, a motivation for me to clean immediately after I drink. Yeah. So this is the second part. The thing is, they are here to stay. They have been around longer than human race as far as evolution is concerned, right? They have been around. And even if they come later, that's why, just now right view, right view, right? 己所不欲，不施于人. Yeah, the silver rule. That which we do not want, we don't give to others. We don't want people to just because they don't like us then chase us away or kill us, right? So live in harmony with the ants. You come. So like this morning, when I poured water, then I drank, then I saw, hey, how come there's one ant there, And I noted in myself, when I saw the ant, was it with compassion that I see the ant, or was it with frustration? Then you know what I realized? I realized that sometimes it is tainted with frustration. Yeah, I mean, I'll be very honest with you all. I'm a monk and all, but when I see the ant, sometimes I have frustration. I was like, "What, why you like that? Hey, guys, steady leh. Hey, I already put water on the table for you to drink. Why you all? What, sometimes I talk to myself or I talk to them. Yeah. So I catch myself on this. And then I reflect, hey, I should be having compassion for them. No, you think if they can build their own water refinery with their own 7-Eleven, you think they don't want to build? You know what? You think they're so stupid, keep on sending one guy after another guy. And imagine that 1-2 guys they come out all by themselves, no. And compared to their size, right, it's like Singapore walk to Kelantan just to find water. So I make sure there's no end. So, I forgot what I want to say. What was I saying? Before, oh yeah. So about the water part, right? It's like that. Okay, we have to change the way we relate to them. But as far as food at home, yes, sometimes you clean, there are still ants though. And I'll tell you, sometimes, suddenly no ants. Yeah, sometimes no ants. No matter how I put the food, bo ants 就是bo ants. 你買嚟就買嚟，你俾人做，你請隻你買嚟哦。You set up invitation, come, nobody want to come. So there's actually one other practice for this, which is when you see insects, whether it's ants, cockroaches, lizard, or whatever, when you see them, then you do refuge for them. 歸佛歸法歸僧，歸佛歸法歸僧。Now, of course, initially when we do, how do we do it? Initially, we are doing 归佛归法归僧，归佛归法归僧，归佛归。我跟你归了，你赶快回走。Initially, we do it with the mindset, I do refuge for you, you go far, you go. You take refuge, then go. We initially, we recite in this way. But over time, when you do refuge, you do it like it's your precious friend. You do it like you really look at it as you are a sentient being. You have the potential to attain enlightenment. So now I recite the verse for you to plant the seeds. Yeah. Really wishing it to be well. And if you do it over time, then when you see them, you see your friend. You stop seeing pests. You stop seeing pests. Yeah. Buddhism is not about changing the world to have peace. It's about changing ourselves to be at peace with the world. And when you are at peace, then you have the right to go and clean the house, because you will clean the house without harming anyone, with the pure intent. Okay? Amitabha. have a
Sure.
wholesome day ahead.
So far, I got something to share.
Oh yes, Sakyam, right?
For the ants, right?
Ah.
When they come, sometimes they appear in my cup of water in the morning. Actually, you still can save them on it. They are
correct.
quite clever. So you take the spoon, metal spoon, you scoop out a little bit of water with the ant. Then
Yes.
you dry them. Some of them they still can be alive.
Yes.
So just some tips for you all to share so that you all can still save them.
Yeah, that's what we do also. You can also do CPR lah.
Those drown already, that sink to the bottom, then
Yes.
not much hope already.
So you can see she has experience. Yeah, because if most people they see ants, they just pour away. Those that are still floating, they can still be saved. Once the whole body submerged inside and they are just drifting around, usually gone. But even when I see those ants, I still dish them out and put them aside and recite.
Prayer.
Treat their body with respect, right? It's just like if you drown in the water, then people see, that one how? 死了啦. The one still struggling. Hey, the one still alive. Safe. The one dead already lah. Don't have to. So even when you see the ants drown already, scoop them out. But those who are floating, and sometimes you see one whole plant, right? I suspect one guy go in, then they drink, then because of surface tension, cannot suck in. Then the next guy who come to drink water, there's someone there, go in to help. But then cannot help. Then in them 20, 30 of them all there. Hey guys, how maybe this is not such a good idea. So be a friend to others. Okay? Be a friend to all the small little creatures. Have a wholesome day. Thank you for sharing, Sakim. And Phyllis for sharing me the question.
Thank you. Thank you, Sifo. Yeah, have a nice day. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.